And so I hear. Apparently, there's been an explosion of visits to the modern-monarchy.squarespace.com website. Um, no explanation for that, however, give thanks for it. However, I haven't really had the time to look into certain aspects, and we haven't really discussed that too deeply. We just made note of it. I'm more concerned about the other things that were in the overnights. So, as it currently stands, we are looking at having to spend additional funds now because the effects of the platinum mine on the water source and partially on some of the soil, we were growing our cabbage crops in the Azania-Matabele district. Regional government does not feel that it's safe for us to use that soil until it's been uh, properly remediated. So she's requested that we plant elsewhere. She has designated particular areas, and the issue at hand is we have to move the water tanks, we have to move the solar power systems, we have to move the agriculture scale and other equipment, materials, and supplies away from where we grow the food in the Azania to the new area. She didn't give me the distance yet, and I don't know what's going to cost us to move all that as of yet. Once we know, we can begin to plan towards it, fund it, and move on to the food growth. What I'm hoping that we do, though, is be able to meet all that in the planting season, which is actually already started in certain things and will continue for the next month and a half, give or take. And then there will be the harvest over the next 85 to 100 and I think 30 something Earth days from now. Consequently, the sooner we can get on particular things, the better. And I'm optimistic on particular things because of our past experiences. We did very well with our last cabbage crop in the Azania-Matabele district. As for here in the North-Amexem, we do have to acquire additional equipment, materials, and supplies for electrical power generation, uh, Tanzabar, um, New Toledo, and Tamara. We also have to look at other acquisitions, the health care scenario in terms of those items and equipment that we have to acquire. And before we can do any of that, we have to get on to what we're supposed to be doing in the Yendi Dagbani in the Ghana Songhai district um, sooner rather than later. Um, I did hear from the Lieutenant Ambassador on how certain things are going. Yesterday, um, Ali Trade and Management informed me of where things stand. Lieutenant Ambassador is helping Ali Trade and Management to finalize what needs to be acquired and dealt with to get their business model going in the Yendi Dagbani. So I would imagine that once that's been squared away, we can focus on uh, finally finishing Walmart store location number 2, getting it opened, and once we have the outdoor um, greenhouse operational in the Yendi Dagbani, we'll proceed on to getting a second one up and running. And if there's space for it in the future, we'll do a third and a fourth to expand what we're growing outdoors. We have learned there are specific insects that are in the Yendi Dagbani that they're a little greedy on our crops. So until we have particular technology in hand and uh, environmentally safe means to do certain things regarding our food growth, I just prefer that we have the very large outdoor greenhouses to grow our food in that we will use for internal as well as for commerce and trade purposes. So the faster we can move some things along in that regard, the better. Everybody wins. Those amongst our ranks and those that do business with us that acquire what we grow. So um, I'm grateful for what we've been learning and what we've been accomplishing. As His Grand Excellency said last night, we are making some decent progress considering the things that we're working with, the headwinds, and other aspects that we have to work our way through. So this just goes to show that persistence, 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 it wins. Desire and will manifest the way, as I always say.